Hola clase! Today we are learning to add and subtract fractions. I will give you a how-to guide step by step, and then we will make an example of each. Before starting, I need to know that only fractions with the same denominator can be added or subtracted. And that means I need to know how to find equivalent fractions, either by cross-multiplying or by using the lowest common multiple technique. Now for the how-to, the very first step is to use equivalent fractions to have the same denominator. Once I have that, I add or subtract the numerators, and the denominator does not change. Let's see that in an example for addition. They ask me to add 3/4 plus 5/6. So the very first mental check I do, I see a 4 and a 6 in the denominators, not the same one, which means I'm going to have to find equivalent fractions. In our case, we're going to do it using the lowest common multiple. If I do the lowest common multiple between 4 and 6, that gives me 12. With that, I can divide 12 by 4, which gives me 3, and 12 by 6, which gives me 2. And those are the values I'm going to have to use in my multiplications. So I'm just copying the original fractions here again, and then I'm going to make equivalent fractions out of them. I'm going to start with 3/4, and I say that I'm going to have to multiply times 3 to get to the 12. If I multiply in the bottom, I multiply the top as well. And the same in the second fraction. 5/6, I will need to multiply 6 times 2, which means I need to multiply the numerator as well. Now I just need to do these operations. 3 times 3, 9, and 5 times 2, 10. Now that I've got the same denominator, I add the numerators. 9 plus 10, the denominator doesn't change, 19/12. So I can come from the beginning and say that that addition equals 19/12. That is final answer, and I can box it. Now, if I don't want to be finding the lowest common multiple, I always have the option of cross-multiply. So in this example, they ask me to subtract 3/4 minus 2/5, and we're in the same situation. I don't have the same denominator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross-multiply, meaning I multiply the first fraction times 5 and the second fraction times 4. The thing I need to remember is that I need to multiply both numerator and denominator to keep everything stable. And after that, I will be able to have my common denominator. And remember, I can do that because I can always multiply any number times 1. 3/4 times 1 equals 3/4. And 5/5 equals 1. I am not changing the portions that I'm working with, just how they look. Once we've got that, I can do the multiplications, and that transforms into 15/20 minus 8/20. So I can go to the numerators, subtract them, and get to the result. Once I have them, I'm going to write the answer along, so it's easy to find. 3/4 minus 2/5 equal 7/20. We box it so it's nice and tidy, and we're done. Now it's your turn to go and practice. Thanks for watching.